Hello everyone, coming at Koga again, and today we are doing another death battle reaction. And today's death battle will be the battle between two of the most iconic characters in gaming. Bowser from Super Mario / Nintendo versus Eggman from Sonic the Hedgehog / Sega. This is another requested matchup that people wanted for a long time. And this is also a death battle that was shown in the Kickstarter trailer when Death Battle became independent. We actually saw a snippet of the animation for this battle, and it's going to be animated by Moro Production. I'm looking forward to seeing this. I've always been a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog, and then I've been getting into Mario more, so this will be an interesting matchup to see. As who I think is going to win, I've been thinking about it all week, and I'm leaning towards Bowser, but then again, Eggman could pull off a W. It's going to be very interesting to see how Death Battle is approaching this matchup, because this is going to be an army fight. Both fighters will have their own respective armies going at it. It's gonna be awesome. Now, I'll have to watch the analysis to see how my prediction's gonna play out. Now, I have a feeling that the next matchup after this is going to be Kratos versus Asura. I don't know if that's going to be the next matchup, but we'll see. Or another matchup that we have not seen yet. About 2 minutes away. Now it starts. This thumbnail looks pretty good. Yeah, I like how they made this thumbnail. Speaking of thumbnails, I made the thumbnail for this matchup today. That should be the thumbnail for the video when it goes up after this recording. Also, I want to talk about how great it is that Death Battle is back after surviving Rooster Teeth's shutdown back in May. I really thought it was going to be the end for them, but they managed to pull through and actually buy the company. No, not the company. The show they now own. And I'm really glad that Kickstarter was a success. And in 21 minutes, they smashed that stretch goal. The community was knocking out those stretch goals by the minute. God damn. And I can't wait to see what they have in store for 2025. It's gonna be awesome. Also, apologies if I don't have anything else to say while we're waiting for this to start. I'm just pretty excited for this battle. Also, I looked in the description and I saw the name of the music track that's gonna be in this battle. It's called Game Over. It's gonna be composed by Brandon Yates, the GOAT, and it's another vocal track. I can't wait to hear that. Okay, timer's done. Now we just wait till the premiere starts. Also, if you hear any background noise, I apologize. I also have my fan on, even though it's still cold out. I don't know why I have my fan on, but whatever. Also, I looked at the views of my last reaction. Joker vs. Giorno. Almost 600 views. Thank you guys so much for the support. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Because that shows me that you want to see more reactions like this. This is gonna be pretty awesome. I know I'm repeating myself, but I mean it. Interesting premiere music. Had some rallies earlier. Pretty good. Had a triple cheeseburger with some fries. Some fry-seasoned chicken tenders. Good stuff. Didn't mean to make you hungry by saying that. 14K people already tuning in. Wow. I'm thinking about it now. I'm leaning towards Bowser even more. But that's not my final prediction. We're gonna watch the analysis and then I'll make my prediction. Seconds. All right, it's about to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
This battle is sponsored by Marvel Snap and Prize Picks.
Okay.
Fight!
Oh, here we go.
Bowser versus Dr. Eggman.
The king of the Koopas and the baddest of badniks. And they're not alone.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win
a death battle. Alright, here we go.
Ah, the Mushroom Kingdom. A peaceful land of kindness, adventure, love.
Ah, boring. Move aside, princess. It's time this place got way more awesome. Here comes King Koopa himself, better known as
Bowser.
The moment this orphan star child was found by Kamek, it was clear Bowser would command the disparate outcasts of the Mushroom World. The Koopa Clan.
Sadly, not everyone's born a toad, and they treat these critters like monsters.
King
Made
Bowser
into a life
Koopa.
of infinite jump farming.
He's 34
for
years
one-ups.
old?
Bowser wanted a different world, but Princess Peach Toadstool
Hates the
would
Mario
never allow
Brothers,
the
yeah,
evil
Yoshi
King stay in
swimming.
the sun. Her light was so bright, Bowser became infatuated.
Peaches,
So
peaches,
he
peaches,
turned
peaches,
all the toads
peaches.
into bricks and kidnapped her, putting their princess in another
Mario
castle.
movie was awesome.
And another, like 40 years of castles, only to be released if she agrees to marry him and his dad bod.
Yet he was foiled time and time again by those pesky Mario Brothers. However, Bowser
Yep.
is nothing if not persistent.
Look at him! Dude's built like a brick house strapped to a saw trap. That
He
spike shell
big.
takes a lot of punishment. Not even the weight of a castle can scratch it, especially when he rolls up like a prehistoric Beyblade.
And the Koopa King doesn't just breathe fire and control lava, he commands nature itself.
Spitting meteors from outer space, beckoning the
Fire
earth
breath,
with a
immense
snap,
strength,
inhaling
yeah,
torrents of
magic.
wind, straight up calling down lightning. What else has he got?
How's
Just
Eggman
a
gonna
little
counter
dabbling
this?
in dark magic.
Hell yeah, Wizard Turtle.
The original NES manual even describes him as a sorcerer king. Magic is how he turned the toads into bricks, only countered by the princess's heart magic.
But that's not all the magic he's mastered. Telekinesis, creating perfect clones, reanimating his undead skeleton, and
Yeah.
worst of all, ruining every game of Mario Party. Hey, no, I stole those coins fair and square.
Bowser spent decades hoarding treasures, coins, magic star rods, warships, clown cars, you name it. This is the same guy that created multiple flying castles fashioned after his own face.
Yeah, he's definitely got an ego on him. He's talked about having a 4-digit IQ, but I've seen this moron put death traps in his own backyard. A man after
True.
my own heart.
Despite his clumsiness, Bowser's charisma and leadership brought many to his side. Not enough to defeat Mario, but his army doesn't make it easy on the Red Plumber.
They're the most wicked band of misfits
Oh,
this
yeah,
side of World
his army.
8-4.
Koopas,
The
Goombas.
Koopa Troop.
An army spanning multiple territories across the Mushroom World and beyond.
Goombas, Koopas, the Troopas, and the others make up the infantry. Some with wings, some in shoes, and some even in race cars. They're the red shirts, first in and first out.
Piranha plants,
Yeah.
bloopers, and lakitus use their surroundings to get the jump on unsuspecting
Generals
prey,
Bowser
land, sea,
Jr..
or sky.
Yeah.
We'd be here forever jotting down the
It's
smoke
gonna be an
rise,
army
booze,
battle,
shy
right?
guys, sentient bombs with feet, and more.
It was imperative for Bowser to nurture a unit that covers their own vulnerabilities. For example, Kamek and King Boo both have magic, but Boo has battlefield control with illusions and destabilizing dimensions, while Kamek focuses on buffing allies, canceling enemy powers, summoning anything he desires.
Or swapping my items to screw up my Mario Party lead. Not again.
Speaking of items, most of the
Oh,
minions can
Mario
use pretty
Party.
much any power-up Mario can. The
Great at
Goombas
ruining
make frequent use of
friendships.
Tanuki Tails, and Bowser can really get into the cat role play. But as the Koopa Troop grew and grew, it started to feel less like an army and more like a family unit.
Oh, you mean like his kids, the Koopa
Yep,
League?
his
they're adopted.
his children.
What's the difference?
Good point. Bowser took them in and even trained them in dark magic.
Though no one's as spoiled as his natural Nepo baby, Bowser Jr., captain of the
Ugh,
Koopa Troop.
I hate fighting you in
Spoiled is
Smash.
An understatement. Remember his escapades as Shadow Mario? He terrorized Delfino Plaza with literal evil paint. That whole debacle was basically his attempt at elementary school art class.
And I bet Bowser still has some on the fridge. But really, the king is very protective of his kids. If the fam's in trouble, he can will himself to transform into a giant kaiju, all to crush whatever bullies target smack.
Maybe
Giga
a little
Bowser?
overkill. Just one punch from Giant Bowser launched a castle out of orbit. Taking into account the flight path and the scale of their universe,
here comes the
Bowser's
math.
punch must have hit with a force of over 125 trillion tons of TNT. Considering how Yoshi
Fuck.
punted poor Raphael the Raven so hard he exploded into a constellation of stars, this isn't even close to Bowser's full strength.
So don't bully his kid, especially if he falls into some of Bowser Jr.'s set of black paint. That stuff's scary.
Enough to unleash Bowser's dark fury. a form whose very steps cause widespread natural disasters.
Okay, seriously, how does Mario ever beat this guy? He's like Godzilla, Doctor Strange, and John Cena all in one big turtle.
We're not even to the best part. Bowser's dark magic became so potent he eventually learned how to warp the very fabric of reality.
Anything the king imagines, he makes happen. He turned all of Yoshi's Island into a storybook. And remember those painted worlds in Mario 64? Yeah, he made those. And the staircase that goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on.
The stair meme.
He also stole ultra-powerful items like the Wonder Flower, which
Greenstone,
can mold reality
castles.
like Play-Doh, and the Dream
Star
Stone,
Rod,
which can be used to wish someone out of existence.
But his most iconic thefts are those big shiny power stars.
Don't judge a book by its cover. Infant power stars, aka Lumas, can become whole galaxies. They also ferried Mario across the universe in 3 seconds. That's 489 quadrillion times light speed.
Obviously,
Jesus.
the Big Daddy Grand Stars are even crazier. Bowser used one to power his space kingdom, but then guess who showed up to ruin everything?
Mario.
It's a him!
And when the Grand Star was freed, it caused a chain reaction that destroyed the entire universe via a massive black hole.
Thanks, Space God, that Rosalina showed up to save the day.
Not that Bowser needed saving. He's been swallowed by another black hole and thrown into a star that went supernova.
Imagine if this crazy OP fire turtle had to fight himself.
How is
wait,
Eggman going
he
to
did, and he beat
top
the
this?
hell out of him.
With all this power, it's a wonder he still hasn't conquered the Mushroom Kingdom. Perhaps it's because his visions of grandeur were never really what he sought. Surrounding him is a crew of outcasts and miscreants like him, ride or dies that can't be swayed against him.
Oh, are you saying he's secretly happy because he's got a big monster family now?
Yes, but
Aw.
also when they actually work together, they legitimately conquered most of the known universe. So,
He's a baddie through and through who will teleport through space and time to show you what's what. Because he's no ordinary Koopa. Make way for the king!
Okay.
this battle is sponsored by Prize Picks.
Prize Picks is the best place to get
an
real
ad.
money sports action. And its daily fantasy sports is super easy to get into.
That's right, Boomstick. No need to worry about going up against somebody who knows way more than you do.
All you gotta do is pick more or less on 2 or more players, and you're up for a shot to win big.
As someone who spends literally all of his time running numbers on anything and everything, I appreciate a system that takes a lot of the guesswork out and lets you actually win through skill.
Yeah, like how they've got an actual injury insurance policy. As in, injuries don't ruin your
Oh,
lineup.
wow,
It's crazy
really?
This isn't more common.
That sounds
It's already
exciting.
saved my butt for sure.
And withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. I can get my money in as little as 15 minutes.
Download the app today
I get
and
it.
use
They
code
need the
DEATH
money.
to get $50
I
instantly
get it.
after you play your first $5 lineup.
That's code DEATH to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup.
Prize Picks, run your game.
Alright, now Eggman.
Citizens of Earth, lend me your ears. Imagine a world of endless possibility where people are free as the wind. Isn't it disgusting? Now imagine a better world, one with proper guidance and the technology to bring about global peace.
But whiz, only a brilliant mind can make that happen.
Not just any brilliant mind, he's a genius at heart who knows the dangers
Eggman.
within. He's Ivo Robotnik.
Dr. Eggman.
As a mad scientist myself, his story is my inspiration, just as Eggman's was his grandfather, Gerald Robotnik, who sought to create world peace through technology. But then his beloved granddaughter, Maria, was killed by the Guardian Unit of Nations, better known as...
Gun. They're freaking called G-UN.
Gun, yep.
Anyway, Lil Eggy grew up a lonely narcissist because all his family talked about was Maria this, Maria that. Boo-hoo!
Neglect and envy tainted Ivo's goals of following Gerald's footsteps. He distanced himself from his grandfather's legacy. Instead of bettering the world, he would conquer it to get the attention he deserved.
No, you mean craved. Desperately craved.
Tomato, tomato.
You just said it the same way twice.
Fair.
To establish Eggman Land, a capital
Dr.
of science.
Ivo Robotnik.
And this paradise would have worked just fine if not for that blasted Sonic the Hedgehog.
For years,
Hates
Eggman's
that
plans
hedgehog.
literally blew up in his face.
Also cold
and
soup.
he's a very sore loser.
But just like any good experiment, the doctor did more testing, seeking better results.
He's created plenty of knickknacks to terrorize the world with. A laser gun, a cloning ray, mind control cannons, a flying armada, typical evil scientist stuff.
Then there's the big ones. He invented a spatial displacement trap, which, while online, scatters a target's atoms across space. Oh, and then there's the metal virus, which transmutes organic tissue into living metal zombies. It's so deadly, it created a plague that nearly wiped out all life on Earth.
Shame Eggman never made himself immune to it. That's a whoopsie.
And when he's not duping you with decoys, he's riding in style with the Eggmobile. It's lightweight for maneuverability, but tough enough to
Eggmobile,
withstand moon-sized
along with
explosions
other
and even the
egg
center of a
machines.
black hole.
I mean, it's kinda lame looking, but he can plug it into big bad mechs like the Egg Walker or the Death Egg Robot, whose giant laser once obliterated 77,000 cubic meters of rock in an instant. That's like having an atomic bomb in your pocket all the time. Oh, okay, maybe this guy's pretty cool.
Eggman built machines for a long list of combat situations.
Egg
Some look
Wyvern,
like knights,
Egg Emperor,
others use extraterrestrial
Mega
sources like the
Wisp
Wisps.
armor.
And then there's the orbital bases, like the
No,
Death
totally
Egg.
not
The
the Death
reference is
Star.
obvious, but Darth
Yeah.
Vader's version is like a toy compared to the Death Egg, which can annihilate stars. Woof! A whole constellation gone in one shot.
That's not to say Eggman doesn't enjoy
Can it blow up
scrapping with
planets
blue hedgehogs
too?
himself. Enter the Egg Dragoon.
Hell yeah! The rawest of the battle mechs. It's got electric drills. It's got ice missiles.
Egg
It's
Dragoon.
got a
Hey.
whole lot of bullets. My God, Wiz. I need it.
And don't forget, Eggman built all of these things himself. Maybe world domination is in his grasp yet.
One problem. Eggman's a turbo loner. No hobbies, no friends, no wife, no
Oh
nothing.
yeah.
Come on, he has friends. I mean, he's a feminist. Oh, okay, maybe not. What about Infinite? Sure, they might have
Infinite,
joined forces
ugh.
over a mutually sought revenge against Shadow, but it counts. Sort of.
Sonic
Who needs
Forces
friends
was
when you
such
can
a
build
shit
friends?
game.
Obviously, Eggman has a tough time collaborating with others, so he just built his own army instead.
The Eggman Empire.
The Badniks are mass-produced foot soldiers, buzz bombers, crab meats, caterkillers, egg robos, and don't
Oh,
forget
yeah.
those cute little moto bugs. The Badniks may seem simple, but they're led by an elite, multi-talented unit. The hard-boiled heavies, really leaning into the egg thing, huh?
The army has a wide variety of troops, even your classic comedy duo with Orbot and Cubot. They're Eggman's assistants
Oh, those two.
and immense disappointments.
They make
Every genius
they
has
make
their
me
days.
laugh.
Hey, at least they're not Scratch and Grounder. But that's why he's made top-notch bots modeled after the Sonic cast, like everyone's favorite Robo
Metal Sonic.
Metal Sonic.
Metal Sonic has the most horsepower in the Eggman Empire. He has the moves and speed of Sonic and then some. He's
You
had
think
his
you know
rebellious
everything that I'm going to
phases,
do, but that's
he
not
has
going to help
reprogrammed
you.
Metal to better follow his commands. Additionally, when upgraded to his Neo form, Metal Sonic could copy biological data, including unique powers like Shadow's time stop technique.
When are we gonna see Metal
Chaos
Sonic in
control.
Death
He
Battle?
can even copy Silver's
Legit question.
psychokinesis. And with enough chaos energy, he powers up into Super Neo Metal Sonic.
Though everything would change with the appearance of the Phantom Ruby. One of many trump cards
The
at Eggman's
Phantom
disposal,
Ruby.
the Phantom Ruby alters reality by manipulating
God.
perception.
Basically super OP illusions, but in Infinite's hands, it's a weapon of mass destruction. I don't know how illusions translate to body replicas, changing gravity, or making a fake sun, but go off, King!
And when used on the planet's consciousness, which is a thing, the Ruby granted Eggman the Lightman form. Yep, apparently
What?
Super Eggman is canon, though it is pretty complicated to manifest.
But the Phantom Ruby isn't the only souped-up
Oh,
gem Eggman
boy.
has. He's used the Jeweled Scepter to make the world-shattering Egg Wizard. Then, on more than one occasion, he's effortlessly gathered the super rare, super powerful Chaos Emeralds. You know, the things that power Super Saiyan Hedgehog.
Eggman built and built and built, and eventually he built something that started to build on him.
Sage.
Sage was originally designed as a
Frontiers.
mere assistant, but through an
Great
alien
game.
encounter, she was granted actual sentience.
Sage is already super powerful, but now she's also super smart. She thought up millions of battle plans all at once to defeat the massive titans.
And you can barely remember where you put your dune buggy.
I know exactly where it is. It's at the police impound. Thank you very much.
Sage was Eggman's saving grace. He had previously found machines with personality lacking, but Sage's great adequacy in serving her function provided Eggman with something that, for the first time, he'd hate to lose. In essence, a sort of daughter.
So, like any good dad, he gave her the keys to his car, his spaceship, and his orbital death ray. Hell, now she controls the entire army.
And this frankly unheard of trust from Eggman became crucial in
Sage
defeating
was
the
such a
End,
great
a
character.
primordial entity so mighty even Supersonic struggled against it.
Their battle can only be described as peak fiction, because charged by 7 Chaos Emeralds, Supersonic's no joke.
The power of one emerald can shift continents. All 7 together can shift the universe.
And kill some pretty terrifying bosses, like Eggman's Time Eater, which ripped apart space-time like tissue paper.
In short, Chaos Emeralds give
yeah.
thoughts power. With them, Eggman's best machines can run indefinitely while matching the greatest powers ever seen. Like when 3 supers battled Solaris, who tried to destroy time itself. Solaris extended its chaos across multiple timelines in about 20 seconds.
That game had so
or
much
73
potential.
quadrillion times light speed.
It's funny though, while Eggman's smarts have sort of defeated Sonic here and there, he's pretty effective when he teams up with the Blue Blur to save the world.
Well, recall how Professor Gerald was a good person before losing the granddaughter he loved. In Eggman's case, now that he has Sage, perhaps a similar story is playing out in reverse.
Nah, Eggy will always have a harebrained scheme behind his cufflinks.
So watch out, critters and plebeians of the world. He is the Eggman, and he's got the master plan.
Wiz, you gotta help me!
What happened now?
Okay.
I'm addicted to Marvel Snap!
You mean today's sponsor, the collectible card game? The one with everyone's favorite Marvel characters?
It's just such a fast-paced rush! Each game only takes like 3 minutes,
Who
and
to
the different
choose,
locations,
who to
card
choose.
powers, and snap mechanic add
I'm
so
going with
many layers
Bowser.
of depth and
Final
strategy
answer.
for a game
Final
that's
answer.
so easy to get
I'm going with
into.
Bowser.
Don't forget the amazing 3D art.
Oh man, with all the new art variants and cards coming out every week, I can't stop playing it.
get a
Sorry, can't help you.
Or
I'm
will I
addicted
lose
too.
the third time?
Oh, well, good thing it's super fun.
I know, right? I love my deck. It focuses on tactically placing low-cost cards, then boosting their power way beyond what's expected.
Oh yeah? Well, mine's got a big dinosaur. He's awesome. Oh, watch the teeth.
Download the Marvel Snap app, now available on the App Store, Google Play, and Steam.
Or visit marvelsnap.com to learn more. Just click the link below the like button.
Fascinating. So yeah, Bowser, final answer. Let's see.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time
for a death battle! Here we go. Oh. Oh. This is how we're starting.
This territory is now the base for my upcoming Eggman Land 2.
Oh shit.
What a joke! I am Dr. Eggman, your new genius overlord.
Here we go.
Download of this.
Fight!
Shut up, nerd!
The music! Oh shit!
You call these toys an invasion force? Let's see Toads do better. That's a decoy, idiot. Infinite! This power is without
Infinite!
fear. It is the ultimate strength.
Oh! Oh! The Phantom Ruby! Metal Sonic! This animation looks really awesome. Oh god.
It's too late.
Oh! Neo, Metal Sonic.
All according to plan.
You've lost the battle before it has begun.
Sage!
Work is always better. Ready to wrap this up?
Bowser Jr., help your dad out!
You know what they say? The more the merrier.
Oh!
showtime!
Fury Bowser? God, the music goes hard! Oh! Super Metal Sonic! Oh! The Clone Mario! Oh!
How dare you keep your hands off my...
Oh! Oh! Are we gonna get Super Eggman?
The Death Egg! Max power!
Oh god, here we... Oh god. Come on, Bowser! Oh!
Curses!
Come on!
Fire it again!
Oh! Come on, yes! Bowser! Come on! Finish it!
So long, Doctor!
Yeah! Yes!
This war
Finally!
was not an easy one to win, which might seem surprising given how the Sonic series is not afraid to show how tough its cast is, while Mario's comes across as more cartoony.
But as it turns out, Bowser had everything he needed to take Chrome Dome down. Strap in. This one's a lot, so we'll break it down into 5 categories.
Okay, here we
First
go.
up is physical stats. Bowser pretty handedly outmatched any of Eggman's usual mechs, like the Egg Dragoon or the Death Egg Robot.
The Death Egg robot could level cities. Bowser could punch a castle out of orbit.
The Death Egg could destroy stars, but Yoshi could match that level of power, and Bowser's strength is certainly above the green dinosaurs. Plus, while both Bowser and Eggman's tech survived black
Oh,
holes,
I need a drink.
Bowser's was much larger.
So, he may win stats, but this could change with their powers. With so many items and minions, that could make all that a moot point.
Aside from power-up items, both could manipulate minds, create duplicates, and alter space-time. However, Bowser had a significant edge in having access to the majority of his abilities at all times.
Yeah,
That's
Eggman
right.
can do some crazy stuff, but only across different mechs, fortresses, or space bases. Bowser's all natural. He's got all his best powers built in, and he ain't even a robot.
Meaning he wins the war of attrition. He even had counters for battle enders like the Metal Virus and Spatial Displacement Trap. Context
Correct.
matters for those weapons, and both backfired in the past. But more importantly, Bowser could simply reverse the effects with his transmutation
Ultimate
magic.
scenario.
Conversely, most of Eggman's robots could get turned into, say, a frog or a block with no reliable way back. Bowser takes the edge in powers.
But definitely not for intelligence. Come
Yeah,
on. You have
Eggman
a
is more
4-digit
smarter.
IQ, Bowser? Really? That's cute. I mean, don't get me wrong. Bowser's not an idiot, usually. Just really, really clumsy. Poor fella.
Meanwhile, Eggman's an engineering
Yeah,
genius
Eggman
who
obviously
rarely ever
wins in
gets bested by
intelligence.
brains.
Easy dub. Now, let's talk trump cards.
As in, items so powerful they could decide the entire outcome on their own.
The Phantom Ruby was super dangerous, but specifically targets perceptions, unlike Bowser's Wonder Flower,
Okay.
which mucks up reality for real. The Ruby affected a whole planet, but the Wonder Flower had the power to alter the universe. Also, the Dreamstone's ability to wish anything out of existence would have no problem cleaning up Super Neo Metal Sonic or Time Eater.
Their most prized possessions was a tougher call. Together, the Chaos Emeralds can break the universe, but so can the Grand Stars. Arguably not as much given the Emerald scaling to Solaris, though Power Stars and Grand Stars are far more plentiful. Clearly, this is getting fairly abstract, and both had multiple options that could win the day instantly. So the safest bet is to call this category a tie.
Which means it's finally time to compare their armies. Eggman seems deadlier at first glance. I mean, look at all those buzzsaws and rockets.
Bowser has the stronger army.
Power alone could solo most of the Koopa Troop, but the Eggman Empire lacked something Bowser had in spades: teamwork and loyalty.
Eggman is a notoriously terrible team player. His alliances are practically guaranteed to fall apart.
Hell, in Sonic Generations, he could barely manage working with himself.
Eggman's army is designed to be controlled by just him. To Eggman, it's harder to command those with free will, hence his rivalry with the free-natured Sonic.
Meanwhile, the Koopa Troop follows Bowser because they actually like him. They train really hard to cover each other's weak points,
giving them plenty of advantages as this war progressed, like battlefield control through King Boo's magic and Bowser Jr.'s paint. And since the Koopa Troop doesn't rely that much on technology, Sage's hacking potential had little use.
Also, secret weapon? Kamek is kinda busted.
Yeah, he is
power
broken.
copying, stealing the Phantom Ruby, and potentially swapping the Chaos Emeralds were huge game changers.
Add on that Bowser and his army can use any Mario power-up item, and they had billions of combinations that the Eggman Empire just could not actively plan against. Even with Sage's millions of plans to take on the Titans,
a truly loyal army,
more
useful, had abilities, stronger base form.
Incorrect.
Cost reality
Just
1 power is
comparing
equivalent.
their conquests makes it clear. The Eggman Empire took over the whole planet, but Bowser's troop conquered most of the universe.
Eggman was no pushover. His wit, power output, and ridiculous machines gave Bowser the biggest fight of his life. But the Koopa King's ludicrous strength, abilities, and united forces ultimately prevailed.
Eggman tried to poach the king, and now he's cracked and scrambled.
The winner is Bowser.
Next time on
Alright,
Death
who's
Battle.
next? Among Us? Fall Guys? What?
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
Oh boy, that's gonna be interesting. So, yeah. This episode was amazing. I'm happy Bowser won. And I'm very curious to see how the next matchup's going to turn out. I mean, Among Us versus Fall Guys? We'll see. I'm not really a fan of Fall Guys. I'm more of a Among Us guy. But yeah, talking about this episode itself, great animation. The voice acting, awesome. The music, you already know what I'm going to say about the music, peak. I just need that track right now. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this reaction. This is Call Me Get Koga, out. Bye.